morning, family and friends. Yeah, I just went to town this morning to get some stuff, and we're gonna head out to the cabin. It's been a long time since I posted anything. I guess it was still springtime. So yeah, had a busy summer going on, so we didn't really have any time to video too much. But it's getting close to that time of the year with deer season coming up and whatnot. So we're getting some deer season prep going and kind of maintain the cabin a little bit. We didn't even spend one day out there all summer long, which is kind of sad. But yeah, we have to go and mow out there. Yeah, I'll show you. We did some deer stand work, and we gotta take one deer stand down and bring it home, hopefully. So all kinds of good action. So yeah, come along. All right, so we're at the cabin. So this is what we did yesterday. We put up this big ass deer stand. She's way up there. I mean, holy moly, we call it the Hilton. So yeah, we put that deer stand up. Then I started mowing around the food plots. Was we mowed this yesterday. Food plots look okay. We planted them kind of late. It was shit. About a month ago we put these food plots in, and they're doing okay. I did take down, we had a deer stand back here, if you remember from last year. So this morning after I got out here, I loaded it up on the trailer. Then I'll have to come back and get these tree posts and whatnot out of here. Well, yeah, this was a job I did all alone by myself, but that's okay, got it done. So yeah, that's mowed. This one is gonna be mowed. I just gotta go around that side a couple times. This side is already mowed, and then gonna have to mow up front by the cabin, the yard and whatnot, because that hasn't been mowed for quite a few weeks. But yeah, I'll maybe do one pass just on that side, so if you walk, once it snows and once the grass dies, so it doesn't crunch too much if you want to walk that way. So I'll just do one path. Other than that, you should be in good shape. I like to spray this whole pond there and burn it, so all the crap can be burned, but we'll see. We'll see what the weather brings. So yeah, I'll finish this little bit of mowing. I was gonna, of course, if you watched the videos last year, deer hunting, that's my camper I have on the power line. I was gonna pull it up so I can mow that spot too, but I forgot to bring my handyman jack, and that thing doesn't have a jack, so that's gonna have to be a different day. But that little spot over there shouldn't be too bad if it's not mowed. Alright, so here we are a few days later. I didn't have a chance to finish the other day when I was filming, but I mowed this whole front part now, so that's all good to go. Looks kind of nice. So I came out here today. It's Tuesday. I took the day off. Just have to take care of some stuff. So here we are back at the cabin. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. Oh, that's a squirrel. Big Blue is. Old Blue is back in service. We got her all fixed up, so she's we can put some more miles on her this summer yet. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna jump in my daughter's side by side. I want to go out to the power line and kind of see how that looks like. Oh yeah, the grass is tall. So this is where the deer stand is usually. Stay max. And yeah, the grass looks pretty tall. Would be nice to mow it. I don't know. See how tall it is. Some of this would lay down anyway. Um, so it's one of those things. Maybe I just mow just enough over here to sit the deer stand down and leave the rest of it alone. Uh, it's not super tall. You can still see deer probably through it. Well, a couple more weeks. Not this week, by next weekend, we will have a couple more cold days coming through here. So hopefully that's gonna kill some more vegetation. Then we can come out and check it again and see. For sure, I wanna mow the trail, and I wanna mow at least up here where we're gonna put the deer stand at, so it's easier to get to it. And then we usually have a trail from right behind where my deer stand is coming from over there. So I'm gonna mow all the way down there. So then at least coming through the woods, if you park over there coming through, then you have a nice smooth walk to the deer stand. So I'll do that stuff, but okay. Well, this is I know we have to mow here, but doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I don't know. Right, Maxie? Okay, let's go. See what we have here. Oh yeah, this is not bad. I mean, shit. Short. Yes, I'm in flip flops. Sue me. Um, yeah, we might do the same thing here. Just mow this side where the camper goes. Maybe up to those tall ones over there. And then leave the rest alone. Out that way. The same thing, I might just mow for my wife's cousin hunts down over here. They are next door neighbors, so it's nice to mow for them a little bit. Then we'll see. Maybe just mow half the power line on this side. Well, like I said, I think it looks pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of work. But another week and a half will really make a difference here too, because like I said, we're gonna lose a lot of the foliage, a lot of the leaves off this little brush and stuff, so that might make a difference too. But for sure, I'm gonna mow right on the side here where the camper goes. Maybe drive back and forth, and yeah, probably make a few loops. Probably try to chop down these taller stuff. Other than that, it shouldn't be too bad. I got this old beer fridge from a local bar for free. It doesn't work, the compressor shot, so I mean, for a couple $100 I can just replace the compressor and have it as a beer fridge. Otherwise, my plan is to it's kind of dirty inside yet, but I'm gonna just lay cardboard down, and during deer season this is perfect. It's like a humongous cooler, really. We can keep a lot of our drinks and even food in here for deer season, because it's kind of cold outside anyway, so it will act like a fridge once temperatures start to go down. So, and it's big. And then summertime, you can always put ice in it, like in some of the compartments. I can separate it, just throw some drinks in there and ice on top, and it should stay cool for quite a while. So, all right, I'll put this baby away, then we'll head home. All right, we made it home. So yeah, last weekend, like I said, we did bring that deer stand home. Here's a big red. We ended up getting a new plow for it too. I can see that's the mount, the boss mount for it. The old plow just, yeah, she was done for. So it was time. But so this was the deer stand at the cabin. What I have to do here is actually I have to add cut this off like about down there, and then extend that out a little bit, because it's too narrow. So when you try to pull your gun up to shoot, you hit the back of it. So yeah, and then I also want to cut it down, probably down to there, so it's lower down to the ground. And this one we're gonna put out here at the house. So if you guys remember from last year, uh, that deer stand right there goes, yeah, that deer stand there. We usually have that out here at the house on the trailer, down somewhere over there. And uh, we used to have brush just right next door to us, but that land got sold, and now it's getting cleared off and returned back to farming. So this year is gonna be interesting because we won't have all the brush and stuff that the deer used to love to hide. So it's all cleared off now. We can see the highway. Used to be brush like we have it way down there. So it might be a little bit different hunting here at the house. I think they're gonna keep going because they own the land all the way down to the other end, to the other highway. So all that brush is gonna be gone even in a month. So that's gonna change up how deer move and how we're gonna hunt at the house here. But they still have the brush at the old homestead over there, and they do have the brush across the road from us. You can't see it from here, but that one down there, and they own that too, but it's not gonna be cleared this year anyway. And behind all the brush there is a river, and that's where usually deer and wild animals follow that river. So they're still gonna cross the road and hopefully come to our field. I did plant some winter rye kind of back in that corner over there, so hopefully they give us a chance to keep them around. But yeah, for sure it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. So the deer stand, that one is gonna go back to where it usually goes, but then the one that I brought home from the cabin, I want to actually pull it like right in there somewhere by those trees on the tree line, kind of where that one is sitting now, but facing that way. What we do for the wood boiler, we buy about 12 cord of wood, something like that. It's a truckload. So we did that, and I cut up what I needed to stock, and we still have some left over. So for $1,000, we have all the, well, we did have some left over from last year, but not much. And then we have all this still left over. We paid $1,000 for it, so not bad. We have all the wood that we usually get ready. And last year we went through the lean-to and all of that stuff, except we had like half a row left. So, hey, be quiet. So on this lean-to, we had a bunch of just super dry pine that we used last year, so that was burning really fast. We went through it in no time. So then this year we have, it's all ash that we have in here. You can tell the bottom, I did that all last winter, so it's gonna be almost a year old. And then what's on top of it we put on there this year, because we use some of it for like campfires and whatnot this summer. And as it dries, as you can tell, it kind of bows out a little bit, but we'll be using it before you know it. So we have all that. We have all this wood here, and that goes about like that. So I think each of these is about a cord and a half, I figure. Well, maybe a cord. Yeah, it would be a little over a quart, I think, for each of these. This is a pallet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So it will be 6 here. And then this one is a double roll back here. So I would say 7, 8, about 8 cord. Plus what we have in the lean-to. So about 10 cord of wood ready to go. What I like to do here today, I do have to work at my second job, I guess this afternoon. So it's already noon. I gotta be there by 4. So I still have like 2-3 hours I can work on stuff. I would like to get this boiler kind of serviced, which pretty much all entails it's, for most part, I cleaned it pretty decent when I shut it down. I would like to scrape it a little bit more, especially back there, as you can tell. I don't like that. There's too much creosote built up there, so I like to scrape some of that down. But for the most part, it doesn't look too bad. And then I gotta take this cover off here. And I have all the air intake stuff back here. I like to take those out, blow them out, clean them out, and then blow air through the air tubes over there. And there's air tubes down here. Make sure all the air is all cleaned out so the air can circulate just fine. So I might work on that here once I'm done talking to you guys. It's not too bad of a day. A little windy, but it's warming up decent. There you go. It's a mess in here. Our plan was to clean this up this spring, but just didn't have no time. But yeah, so I have this pile of junk here. I'm not sure. I'd like to pick it up and put it somewhere, but I can't do it outside because I don't want it to get wet, because I can burn all this stuff in the boiler just to start the season with. Because then, yeah, I gotta put the plow is just in here for now, but I gotta put it back on the truck, because the blue truck gets parked over here for the winter. We don't drive that one in the winter time. But yeah, this is our new Boss V plow. This is gonna be nice. Hell yeah. It's gonna make plowing a lot nicer this season. So yeah, we have moved that out of the way, parked the blue truck eventually. But this is pretty much all the wood I got out of for $25. And there's all kinds of shapes. Some of them are long, narrow pieces, some are long, wide pieces. It's all finger jointed stuff like this. So it's really strong. And then on the other side, it has veneer on it. So you can build shelves, you can build bird houses, you can build all kinds of stuff out of it. So for $25, it wasn't bad. Plus, I have all this stuff to burn. I think now that you guys are all caught up, I'm going to probably get going on that wood boiler. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about here. These are this is supposed to let the air in. You want to make sure these operate good and they're not stuck there and whatnot. And then they just held on by it's too much like a hose clamp. I'm gonna do the hose clamp and pull these out. Look inside. Sometimes there's creosote inside of this thing, and then there's creosote in the hole that it goes in. That those the air goes through those tubes that I showed you earlier. And sometimes when the fire just sits there and smolders for a while, then the creosote kind of backs up and builds up in there. So I'm gonna do all that stuff and blow all this stuff out here. Make sure it's nice and clean. You can tell it's pretty dusty. Just to make sure everything's gonna function just fine. Then I wanna, these two switches here, there's one here for this door. Sounds like it's working good now. Last year, for some reason, it didn't. So I like to spray some WD-40 in there to make sure it works okay. Ow. And there's one on this one. Make sure it works okay. Sounds like it does. But either I'll take them off and spray stuff in there, or just spray stuff right in here. But yeah, some things to do here, so I'll get going. Yeah, so I took the first one down. As you can tell, look at all that built up creosote in that hole. So I got to chisel all that out of there, and then the same in this thing itself. See how much it built up. So I gotta get all that crap out of there. I might just unhook this one and bring it to the garage. Probably easier that way than trying to have it while it's dangling here. I'm gonna undo this one too. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, so I'll bring them both to the garage and do it out the wind and stuff, and then I'll come back and chisel out the holes. All right. Now this one actually wasn't too bad. So as you can tell, get this out of the way maybe. So that goes all the way through. I scraped it out as much as I could, and it's actually pretty clean. So I'm not too worried about that one. Just gotta scrape the outside a little bit more, and this thing actually wasn't that bad either. So I'll scrape this out. I'm gonna get some air, blow these two out, and put it back together. So that's not bad, but the other one I will have a little bit of work to do to make sure the air comes in, because that's the one that's crowded up. Is actually that has the air go to these holes on the other side, and then there's 2, 3 more up in here. So I gotta make sure all those three are clean before I want to put this thing back together. But since I took this one off, now I'm gonna go to the garage and try to get all that crap cleaned out of there first. Well, okay, so this is what she looks like now. I chipped away quite a bit of the creosote that was in the back there too, so that's kind of nice. I cleaned up there. That's about as good as it's gonna get. You know, we got it back to clean metal again, of course, but so yeah, she's pretty decent now. Put these back, cleaned them out. I did some WD-40 on the chain because we want to make sure, like this thing, see how it opens and whatnot. So this little more runs it. So this is loose. I want to make sure this is loose and lubricate with some WD-40. The chain, you want to make sure it's loose like that. And then, you know, make sure this opens and closes and doesn't get stuck. So I did put some WD-40 on the back side of it too, so it doesn't stick to the bowl. This bowl, besides being like that much creosote on the bottom, at one point it seems that this top got stuck to this part, and so that's a little metal sleeve in there because that was actually lifted up a little bit. It wasn't stuck when I was dealing with it, but at one point it had to be stuck for it to actually lift. So I'll make sure I put WD-40 on this chain also, on this little shaft, and then on this cup here. So plug it all back in, should be good to go. I do want to get it fired up a little bit just so I can see, make sure the air blows through all those holes and the front ones. And then, well, this one I know it's gonna, because it's just one big hole that goes through it, but my plan is just to start her up here and then see if I can get the thing going for just a little bit. So we're gonna turn power. Okay. So then these things should be going up and down here, doing their thing. Oh. Nothing. React. Oh, yeah. Because this thing is open. There we go. Woo-wee. So this side is blowing good. This side not so much. Just a little bit. So I think I want to work. I want to take off that cup one more time. It is blowing, but not as good as this side. So I might have a blockage, partial blockage on this side, I think. Yeah. I'll blow really good to this side. Not so much. It's blow, but not good enough. So yeah, I want to take that cup off again and try to work my way this way. See, there's some creosote built up on that side. Well, I was able to get a little bit more out of there, so now it's actually they feel about the same on both sides, so that should help a lot. So yeah, everything should be working. I did WD-40 the door hinges too. I did the switches. So yeah, I'll put this back together, and all I have to do is I just have to grease this handle here, just to, so it's opens easier. And then once I'm ready to go, I will clean it up one more time. I'll have to take that off. I want to clean out the T. I want to take the back off and actually clear out the air exchangers before I get it going, so we have good heat exchange, and then we'll be good to go in about, I would say about a week. But holy shit, check out all them cabbages. Yeah, this garden didn't turn out that great this year. It's planted late, then it got cold, and things weren't growing, and yeah, it's been a challenge. Not our best garden ever, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, I'll get some stuff done here, and then I'll probably keep this going in case I end up doing something on here Wednesday. I have some time off. Maybe I'm gonna load maybe that thing. Start working on that, and then Saturday I have part of a day. I might work on getting that wood out of that shed so we can start kind of half-ass cleaning it and getting ready for what Wednesday, we need to throw. Yeah, Wednesday. I'm getting out of the routine of filming things, and I should get better at it. But so I did cut the legs off the deer stand and unloaded it. Excuse me. So there she is. I still have the thing stuck underneath it. It was kind of interesting because so it was laying on its back. I cut the legs off, and then I put some skids underneath it. So when I pulled it back, it kind of went tumbling, bam, and landed right on its feet like nothing happened. Like, okay, I'm awesome. Yeah, whatever. So there is, but now I have the rope stuck in there. So I want to finish doing what I want to do. Like I said, I'm gonna extend that back part a little bit so I have room to actually lift up the gun and shoot out of it. So that should happen in the next couple of weeks here. And then, I mean, that thing I can just handyman jack it up and grab it out of there, so not a big deal. So yeah, and then all the wood I have left over from that project. Whew, I actually had quite a bit that I chopped up, and I'm gonna use to start the wood stove for whenever that's gonna happen. I'm thinking next weekend, like right now it's Wednesday. It would be probably 10 days from now, but so I stacked it like this. I have cardboard, wood, cardboard, wood, cardboard, wood. That's kind of what I usually do. And then I just have a few pieces left there, but so that's gonna help me get that stuff going. So there you go. Knocked out 2 projects in one couple hour afternoon. So okay. Well, back in town. Started working on this pile. That's kind of what it looks like. I do have to cut them down so they can fit in the stove. So yeah, my plan is to pile them all up in here, and then I do have for one of our our fire trucks. I have an old tarp that I think would cover this thing, and it's heavy duty enough that the wind wouldn't blow it off. It has like chains on it and stuff. It's the one that used to cover the bed of the fire truck where all the hoses are, so that should work out fine. Still quite a bit left, so we'll see. Hopefully I can fit it all in here. Yeah, we'll keep going and see. Well, here we are. It's freaking windy as shit, but got the job done. Here's the wood. It's covered for now, but I'm not sure how much this tarp is gonna stay on with the strong winds we're having. It's supposed to settle down overnight, so as long as it doesn't rain on it too bad today, it should be in good shape. I think I have, looking at the forecast, we have at least another week, maybe even two, when we don't have freezing temperatures, which is kind of weird for northern Minnesota, but hey, I'll take it. We can save some of the wood. Yeah, I'll be fine with that. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll put some eggplants on the grill. I'm gonna roast some eggplants and make, well, I guess it's a Greek thing. It's called baba ganoush. There you go. Roasted that was a little loud. Roasted eggplants, and once they get roasted, then peel them right off. Then the inside get chopped up super small with some onions and homemade mayonnaise and some salt, pepper, and stuff like that, and spread it on bread. It's freaking delicious. Yeah, we brought the flowers in the other day because of the freeze warnings and whatnot. But still have some peppers coming. And then those are like 3 humongous cabbages, and this is about all we got off our garden this year. It's kind of dumb. Those 3 cabbages I'm gonna shred. I think I'm gonna pick up a few more smaller heads. I wanna make some sauerkraut, but I usually have ferment mine, so I will do like a layer of the shredded stuff, put a couple of heads, then another layer of shredded and a couple more heads, because I like to have the sour cabbage heads to make cabbage rolls out of. So that's gonna be a project coming up here in the next couple of weeks, get that done. Other than that, I guess I'm gonna call this video good. Upcoming should be working on some deer stands, mowing the power line, doing all that funky stuff. So if you wanna subscribe and follow us along, that's what's coming next. Well, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.